Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the Intersim Esports Network for your Tuesday night. Tonight sees us back for the Blendline TV PROCAR GT Championship, and your location tonight is the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit for what is another super sprint round. My name's Aidan Schultz. Joining me in the booth tonight is Paul Jackson. Good evening to you, Paul.
Good evening, Aidan. How are we all doing tonight? Good to be back Tuesday night once again, and Long Beach. This is quite a fun track to drive, Aidan.
Yeah, I'd agree with you, Paul. We both did a couple of laps this afternoon. It definitely is fun around this 10 corner track, rather, the old concrete jungle, which is the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. Looking forward to seeing all the boys put it on the line tonight, as we're already gone into the qualifying session with 3 minutes 20 in, Paul. Steven Skukovic has gone straight to the top with a 19.58. Steven was really quick last week for round 3. We did see the usual player of Jordan Mulak up the top of the timesheets in second during their practice session. Andrew Smith, the ever-quick Andrew Smith, who's had a bit of bad luck in this series for the opening 3 rounds, was up there in that familiar bright green or yellow car, whichever way you see it. So usual faces at the front, Paul, but this track is definitely going to sort the men out from the boys.
Definitely is, and wonder how our championship leader, Jordan Mulak's going to fare at Long Beach tonight.
Yeah, well, if his pace in practice is anything to go by from what we've seen in previous races, rather, and then also in the practice session here at Long Beach this afternoon, tonight, or wherever you are tuning in here on the Intersim Esports Network across our Facebook or YouTube channels, Jordan very, very quick around any track he drives in this Porsche 992. He has said on the broadcast he loves this car, and it's nothing different tonight here around Long Beach, but it's still Steven Skukovic at the top, holding down that provisional pole position with a 19.58, followed by Adam Proctor in the 98 entry with the 19.73. Russ Green there with a 20.15. They'll be wanting to burn a little bit of fuel off these cars. You'll see these times drop the longer they stay out there, as the tyres do start to plateau a little bit. This is a really tricky turn 10 there, as you see, a bit of contact on the exit before they make their way down the main straight and through what they call turn 1, this big sweeper here called Bridgestone turn. So they make their way down here into a sharp left-hand corner turn 2 called Toyota. So we're going to see the times drop here, ladies and gentlemen. The times are still the same at the top with Steven Skukovic, Adam Proctor, Colby Cohen, Russ Green just being topped by Dan Green with a 120.11 into the 4th position. Russ Green rounding out your 5 currently, as we are 5.5 minutes into this 10-minute practice session. Just keep one eye on Colby Cohen as well. He's up there in the 3rd by 19.75. So only 3 drivers currently dropping into the 119s, with Dan Green being the best of the rest at the moment with a 120.11. Steven Skukovic just betters his 119.8 last time round and gone quicker with a 119.36. Adam Proctor's seen that as well with a 119.65. So got to keep one eye on Jordan Mulak. We can't quite see him up there at the moment in the timing. We do know this is the concrete canyon of Long Beach Grand Prix circuit, so it's very easy to get those 0Xs around this circuit. All you need to do is graze that wall. Also, keep an eye out, ladies and gentlemen, everyone tuning in here on the Intersim Esports Network, as they make their way down the main straight and go through Bridgestone, which is the kink, which is classified as turn 1 here at the Long Beach circuit. When they go into that braking zone into 2, which is Toyota, you'll see where the blend line is, pardon the pun, on Blendline TV, but the blend line from the exit of pit lane, there'll be a red line. So they're going down the straight here. When they get into the braking zone for the left-hander turn 2, you'll see a red line on the outside of the track. Now, they're coming down into the section now, and when you can see it there on the right-hand side, if they go too far over that red line, which that was really on the limit there, they will get a slowdown. So keep your eye on that, ladies and gentlemen. I've got my suspicions tonight that could play a part in some of these results. Andrew Smith has just jumped to the top, beating Steven Skukovic's time of a 119.36. So the bright yellow and green car of Andrew Smith, currently the provisional pole with a 119.19. We'll go through everyone here tuning in to the Indosim Esports Network across our platforms of Facebook and YouTube, be sure to comment on our streams, of course. We like to have you on board and get in amongst the chat with us as we're live. Of course, share that around to your friends, family, everyone that would be interested in watching what will be a sensational night for round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship right here on the Indosim Esports Network. So we are 8 minutes through the 10-minute qualifying session. We'll give you a little bit of a background into what you're going to see tonight, ladies and gentlemen. As I mentioned earlier, or just before rather, this is a super sprint round. So this will be 3 races tonight. There will be 3 15-minute races or 30 minutes, whatever comes first. Currently looking at those 119 to 120 seconds per lap times. It looks like, barring a safety car or any extended cautions, we're going to get through those 15 laps quite easy in that time. So you'll see, and as we see a driver into the wall right now, you'll see they'll start from these qualifying positions when we go into race 1. As you always see in these super sprint rounds, race 2, they'll be straight into it, straight away, and it will be a complete reverse grid. So around this concrete jungle, be sure to tune into race 2 because you're about to see plenty of action in these Porsche 992s around Long Beach. Then we will go into race 3. We'll have a bit of about an 8-minute layover, as you'd like to say, here on the Indosim Esports Network, and 8 minutes between race 2 and race 3. So the finishing order of race 2 will set your grid for race 3. And then we will chat to the winners after that one. So looking forward to this one, Paul. I know you're going to be busy on the cameras. We're 9 minutes, 11 seconds into this 10-minute qualifying session. And look who's jumped up onto the front row. 196 of Jordan Mulak. Just sitting there in second at the moment with a 119.28. He's in pit lane, so it looks like he is provisionally going to start out of the second position. But Andrew Smith with a great job currently holding the first place there with a 119.19. So I'll just go through your provisional 10 as we get in to the back end of this qualifying session, and it will set your grid for race 1, round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. So provisionally pole will be Andrew Smith, Jordan Mulak second, Skukovic third, Cohen fourth, Jamie Craig your 5, Garth Duffy, Adam Proctor, Dave Oliver, Bradley Carr and Michael Budge, who had a nice day out, or nice night out rather, last week when we brought you round 3, rounding out the 10. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go through your grid officially as qualifying is done, and we're about to go green for race 1, round 4. So Andrew Smith will start from the pole position, Jordan Mulak out of 2. Stephen Skukovic will be in the 3rd position. Colby Cohen will start out of 4. Jamie Craig and Garth Duffy on your 3rd row. Adam Proctor, Dave Oliver on your 4th row. 5th row will be Bradley Carr and Michael Budge. 6th row, Adrian Gretsch and Dan Green as we roll over the page. Out of the 13th position, Anthony Holm and Tim Weston out of 14. Russ Green, 15, Dan Smith, 16. Out of 17, Dion Jarvis, 18, Nico Filippetto, 19, Brett Smith, and rounding out your 20 so far is Martin Hallinan. 21st will be Brian Bullock, 22nd, Lindsay Kearns, 23rd, Wayne Visser, and the 24th starting position tonight will be Jonathan Hovey. Out of the 25th position will be Brett Smith, 26. I can't quite read that. Trav Mason. So Brian Bullock, Lindsay Kearns, Wayne Visser, Jonathan Hovey, Taylor Ozturkman, Trav Mason, Ricky Provenzale, Ashley Kersey, and rounding out your 29 car field tonight is Ira Felberg, but doesn't look like he'll be joining. Doesn't look like he'll be racing tonight. So it is a 28-car grid here for round 4, race 1 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. So everyone tuning in, get ready to strap in those virtual belts at home in your armchair and get ready for what will be an exciting 15 laps around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. Hope you enjoy all the action here tonight on the Indosim Esports Network as we're just waiting on a couple of drivers to join. Looks like we've nearly got a full field here and we're ready to go green for race 1 tonight. Who's are you going to choose, Andrew Smith or Jordan Mulak? Who's going to get the jump off the first row? Will it be the green car of Andrew Smith or Jordan Mulak? Or could it be Stephen Skukovic and Colby Coham on the second row, getting a good jump there into 1 as the lights come up, the nerves rise, the tension rises. 1 green, 2 greens, 3 greens, 4 greens, 5 greens, and we're green here for round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. And Jordan Mulak with a great jump there off the front row, just getting in front of Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith's always racy early, but as they come down into turn 2, Toyota Jordan Mulak covers off that line on Andrew Smith. Can he get the switch back? No, he can't. Too tight through there, so they make their way up now into turn 3. A very tight turn 3, then back left, and we're up into turn 4. Looks like there are wrecks in the background in that very tight turn 3. Colby Coam, after starting off the second row, has come the grips, or not hasn't come to grips, come a gutser, as I'd say, around turn 3 at Long Beach Circuit. So not a good start there from Colby Coam. He's got a long road back to make some moves up around this concrete canyon, as I like to call it. But Jordan Mulak still leading the way. Andrew Smith very racy behind. He's got the run as they make their way down Seaside Way for the first time tonight, ladies and gentlemen. They'll come down into Firestone turn 8. He's got the preferred line into turn 8. Looks like Jordan's just going to open the steering wheel there. And there you go. We've got a change for the lead early in this one. Andrew Smith up into the point, taking our championship leader, Jordan Mulak, and putting him back into second place. But I tell you what, they're second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, seventh, eighth, ninth. They're all line astern as they make their way down the main straight for the first time tonight. That'll click over lap 1 of 15. It's going to go very quick tonight, ladies and gentlemen, so don't take your eyes off the screen. But it is Andrew Smith out in front at the moment as they make their way down into Toyota for the second time. Andrew Smith, as I said previously, he gets really loose there on the exit as they make their way up into that tight turn 3 that we saw an incident in lap 1. Oh, as we've got a car heavy into the wall. Looks like there's another car around turn 3 around as I see smoke. There's cars avoiding everywhere. Oh, cars up on each other. They're going to have to make their way, and we've got a caution. The first time we've seen a caution in a long time here on the PROCAR GT Championship. I think it goes all the way back to race 2 at Phillip Island for round 1, if I'm not served correctly. But Paul, first caution of the night, exactly what we thought in this very tricky Long Beach circuit, mate. A couple of cars not quite coming to grips with racing around the Long Beach circuit here for race 1.
Definitely not. There are some tight corners here, and definitely you need to have that little bit of gap room between cars to make those tight corners. Otherwise, as you saw on the screen, we had a few cars getting into each other and into the back of cars. But might just jump to a replay, Aiden, and just have a look at that one.
Most definitely. Let's go do that, Paul. Bring that replay up and we'll show the viewers what exactly happened. So when that comes up on screen, car getting wide there, but we go into that. Oh, a little bit of contact as they make their way through that little bit of change of direction before they go into the tight turn 3. And then it's just a concertina effect there. Bradley Carr getting involved up the back of, not sure who that was. I should know. I call him all the time. That's the 30 car of, my number has come up incorrectly. Unless I read that wrong. Dave Oliver, I think that might have been in that... anyway, we call that livery all the time. I don't know how I've got that wrong, but we broadcast that many things lately here on the Intersim Esports Network, Paul. Sometimes it gets a little bit confusing, so we'll just go back and have another look at a replay here as a car makes their way through turn 2, just misses the exit tyres there, but the 61 entry there. It's really interesting here, Paul, too, as I'm looking at my live timing. I finally got that back up working. The 61 entry, the black car there we had was Tim Weston. So he got through there pretty good. Dave Oliver's in pit lane, as is Brian Bullock. So they've obviously been caught up in that as well. But we'll go down and we'll just have another look. Adam Proctor we're on board with here. They make their way through. There was incident in the background. Yeah, just collected on that change of direction, and that's almost night over. So Adam Proctor, Dave Oliver involved in that one. Brian Bullock he's out. Brian Bullock, my timing is showing the 60 entry of Brian Bullock out of this race. So that is race 1 done for Brian Bullock, unfortunately caught up in some of that lap 1 shenanigans. So that will be race 1 done for Brian. He's showing like he's come back out there now, so he might have got his repairs done as much as he could, but unfortunate start there for Brian Bullock, Russ Green and Dave Oliver. But Andrew Smith is at the point of this one as they make their way down the main straight behind the safety car for the first time. So Andrew Smith, he's been the man that has had a lot of pace for the first couple of rounds of this PROCAR GT Championship, but he has just had a little bit of bad luck, but he's where he needs to be tonight, and that's at the point. But positions gained, let's go back through and have a look at some of the big movers for lap one, for race one. Anthony Holm up into the 7th position with that really distinct livery, that black and white livery that we've become accustomed to see in the 96. He's up 6 positions. Dan Smith likewise in the 313 up 6 position. Martin Hallinan's up 7. He's down into 13th, but he's up 7 positions, as is Nico Filippetto, who's in the 11th position at the moment as well. Lindsay Kearns is also up 7 positions in 15th spot. 9 positions, a big mover, is Trav Mason in the number 3. He's in 17th at the moment, so he is up 9 positions from his 26th starting position. Some of the big losers, Colby Cohen down 15 positions. He's back in 19th at the moment after starting out of P4. Adam Proctor and Bradley Carr is in pit lane too, so we saw them involved in that incident. Also Colby Cohen getting involved in that incident as well, but all the drivers just trying to catch up with the pace car now. So it will be Andrew Smith that brings us to the green next time round. If the pace car lights go out, he'll be followed by your current championship leader, Jordan Mulak. Steven Skukovic, who was up there for round 3, is up there again in that number 1 entry in the 3rd spot. Jamie Craig and Garth Duffy rounding out your 5. So Paul, interesting start to that one. It's been a couple of races since we've seen a yellow flag or a safety car around any circuit, actually, for the last couple of rounds here for the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. But we get the pleasure of having one again tonight, mate, for race 1 very early. And Andrew Smith with a great start there. He'll bring us to the green.
Yeah, I don't think Brands Hatch last week we did have a caution, so that was a caution-free night. We had one at Phillip Island and one at the 2nd round. You might need to jog my memory there.
Yeah, I'm sure we had one 1st round and 2nd round in that reverse grid race. The drivers couldn't quite get their car launched off the line. So we've had one round with no yellow, but we go on to the last corner. So Andrew Smith, we've got green already. He's just dropped the hammer straight out of the hairpin, and we are green. Once again here for the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. Andrew Smith with a great jump over Jordan Mulak, Steven Skukovic, Jamie Craig, and Garth Duffy. Jamie Craig doing a lot of weaving down the main straight there, trying to get heat into his tyres. Takes off a little bit more than he can chew there on the entry. Didn't quite get the slowdown there, but tell you what, he wouldn't want to go much further over that pit exit line because that'll definitely hinder him and he'll get a slowdown. But he looks pretty quick and racy here, Jamie Craig. He's ranging up on the back of Steven Skukovic. This track definitely looks like it's a little bit of an evener between all the drivers. Obviously, Andrew Smith, who's ever quick, is up there in P1. Jordan Mulak, P2. But it's a place, Paul, that you can say that there are plenty of passing opportunities if you get into the right spot with a lot of the slower corners. But you definitely want to make that move decisive with the concrete being so close to you on exit. But looks like Jamie Craig's very racy, but Trav Mason will go back to at the moment. He's having a fight there with Colby Cohen, I believe. Yep. For the 17th and 18th position. So it's definitely racy here at the back, but they're a little bit line astern in behind. We'll see how it goes. As we go on, and a car just gets Lindsay Kearns hard into the outside wall there. That's definitely not going to do Lindsay any favours in this race. You see if he can get the car turned right here. It's not going to turn very well at all, as you can see there. So that's going to allow Trav Mason to get a nice run as they make their way down the main straight once again here at the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit, making their way through turn 1, and they come into Toyota. So Lindsay Kearns with a big hit into the left-hand front of that motor car. Michael Budge we're on screen with now. Michael Budge is in the 6th position. So he has Anthony Holm right up in behind him in 7th. He's chasing down the 71 of Garth Duffy, but looks like Anthony Holm's just had a good run out of that corner. We'll see how this goes for Anthony and see whether he can make his move up into the 6th position of this motor race. So we'll just keep an eye on this little battle at the moment as the gap at the front's gone out to 0.7 seconds. So Anthony Holm chasing down Michael Budge. Garth Duffy is just pulling out into the distance. But, well, Anthony Holm and Michael Budge play out this battle for 6th and 7th. Let's move back to Jamie Craig and Steve Skukovic currently fighting out that 3rd and 4th position. Jamie Craig getting right up underneath the rear spoiler of that number 1 entry of Steven Skukovic as they make their way down the main straight one more time through the Bridgestone curve. They'll make their way down into corner 2, turn 2, Toyota. So Jamie Craig not quite up far enough onto the back of Steven Skukovic to make a run. He's going to just have to sit behind him here through turn 3. Nowhere to go there. Gets a nice exit out of turn 3 into turn 4. Really quickly out of there. This is his chance if he can set him up through turn 5 for the run down into Tectate turn number 6. He gets a good run off there. He's not quite close enough at the moment, although he looks like he's sending it in pretty hard. No, he thinks twice of that. So they make their way through that left-hander now with another change of direction. They'll come into this right-hand corner and make their way up into the Seaside Way. So this long straight into Seaside Way. They'll make their way into turn 8 Firestone. So can Jamie Craig make that move as they make their way up into Firestone? No, he can't, but he's letting Steve Skukovic know that he is right there, and he's putting that car right into the mirrors there of the number 1, Steven Skukovic. So Steven's held off for yet another lap. Jamie Craig trying to get a real late entry into there to get the run onto the main straight this time round. Couldn't quite get that done. So Steven Skukovic will probably be okay into the braking zone, down into turn 2 once again. So this is definitely the battle. I'll just go back and have a look at a couple of little gaps, and it's pretty much line astern at the moment, ladies and gentlemen. So let's just keep on with this battle at the moment as Jamie Craig is fighting very hard to get the 3rd position off Steven Skukovic. So they make their way out of the tight turn 3 up into the right-hander turn 4, straight into another right-hander, a very quick right-hander turn 5, and then they'll go up a short, sharp straight, ready to go into turn number 6, the Tectate turn. One more time, try say that 5 times quickly, ladies and gentlemen. So into turn 6 they go once again. They'll change the direction into turn 7 and come for that run down Seaside Way. We'll see whether Jamie Craig can get the run onto Seaside Way this time round. He gets a better exit out of turn 7 that time round, right up underneath the wing of Steven Skukovic. He puts the 39 car into the mirrors, but he's not quite close enough again. So Steven Skukovic is just holding off Jamie Craig as they change direction into Indy left turn 9, and then they'll go back into this slow first gear corner as Jamie Craig's really trying to get that late entry into that corner, but he can't quite get it rotated, which allows Steven Skukovic to get that run onto the main straight. Andrew Smith still got that 8/10 of a second battle lead over Jordan Mulak. So we'll keep on board. We will go up and have a little look at that battle at the moment as that's ebbing and flowing. So we'll go up to, we've got a move happening at the moment. So we've got Dan Smith and Dan Green having a nice race down into turn 1. So Dan Smith all over the back of the 83 of Dan Green as they make their way through turn 3. On their way up into turn 4 once again, the double right-hander turn 4, short sharp burst into turn 5. Then they'll go up the little short straight here into Tectate turn once again. That's how quick you go around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit, ladies and gentlemen, because we're already back at Tectate turn. So they make their way through turn 6 once again. You can take a lot of exit there out of Tectate turn, but be very careful. You can light up those rears and end up in the inside wall very, very quickly. So up into Seaside Way once again, Dan Smith, Dan Green, the battle for 8th and 9th. We'll see whether Dan Smith has anything for Dan Green. It's the battle of the Dans at the moment, but the 3-1-3 there of Dan Smith fighting with Dan Green. Dan Green is getting the better of it in the 83. We'll see whether Dan Smith has the same... No, he doesn't. He doesn't have the same thought process that Jamie Craig had on Steven Skukovic, and that seemed to work for him on exit. So we'll see how that goes for Dan Smith to be able to make this move on Dan Green into turn 2 this time round. So keep your eyes peeled on Dan Smith as we go into turn 1. He sends it down the inside. No, he's put... looks like he's just opened the wheel on it and let him go. So, they're going too wide through this very tight corner. So Dan Green's in the right position. They made contact. And Adrian Gretsch says, thank you very much, boys. I'm going to the 6th position of this motor race, or 7th position, 8th position of this motor race, rather. So Adrian Gretsch goes, thank you, boys, for doing that. I am eyes forward, and Adrian Gretsch now has Anthony Hulme another 5 seconds up the road. So unfortunate there for those drivers, but that's how quick it can happen around the Long Beach circuit, Paul.
Definitely, and as I said, these tight corners here, you need to leave a bit of room so that stuff like that doesn't happen.
Yeah, you definitely do. Err on the side of caution sometimes, but it is a tight track, Paul, as we know, so it can happen really, really quickly. So we're very quickly getting to the midway to end point of this race. It's happening really quickly. We'll just bring up the laps for you, ladies and gentlemen, as we can see them up the top there. So we're getting on through this race. Brett Smith, as you can see on screen there, 14th at the moment. He's got Martin Hallinan and Ricky Provenzale. He's got a bit of damage on the left-hand front, so he has been another one that has made friends with the wall at some stage around this tight Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. Looks like he's going to get past there. No, he's not. Martin Hallinan looking like he's wanting to make the move there. He just got into the mirrors of Brett Smith, but Brett Smith was wiser to that one. He goes, you can fake me all you want, Martin. I'm going to put my car in the right position. You're not going to be able to pass me. So they make their way through the right-hander, this double right-hander, turns 4 and 5. Then they'll make their way up this sharp straight into Tectate turn number 6. So we're on board with Martin Hallinan there. He's just dropped off the back a little bit through that section of the track. So Martin Hallinan's just dropped off the back of Brett Smith. Brett Smith has gone and he's chasing down Dion Jarvis. But Martin Hallinan now has Ricky Provenzale all over the back of his Porsche 992. And Wayne Visser's just sitting there in the wings waiting for something to happen. Not sure if Martin Hallinan's got a little bit of an issue with top end speed here or anything, but he's dropping back into the clutches. So we'll just watch the battle. It looks like, yeah, something's happening there. The car's going wide. So Dave Oliver a lap down there, just letting the drivers through. But we are now lap 12 of 15. And we'll go back to your battle for third, ladies and gentlemen. Steven Skukovic and Jamie Craig, because it is heating up. 0.2 of a second. Jamie Craig still not able to get that job done on Steven Skukovic, but it's a further 4 seconds up the road to your lead battle. But this is the closest battle at the moment for third and fourth position. Can Jamie Craig get the move done? Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that this is a reverse grid for race 2. So the further you get up the grid here, it will be the reverse grid. So Jamie Craig with a nice run. Can he make the move on Steven Skukovic down into Firestone turn? No, he can't. He nearly scrapes the wall there. Tries to take a lot on entry. There's nowhere to go through here. So this will be follow the leader through the final 2 turns of the Long Beach circuit. Down into first gear. Looks like he gave him a little bit of a nudge and said, hello, Steven, I'm still here, mate. Keep a look in your vision mirror because I'm coming for you. 13 laps of 15 down. 3 laps to go. Can Jamie Craig get the job done? We'll still keep you updated with your lead battle, but we'll stay on with this. There's about 0.6 of a second between Jordan Mulak and Andrew Smith. Andrew Smith getting the better of this one, having a great race so far. So we're 13 into 15. We'll see what Jamie Craig's got for the one of Steven Skukovic. So Steven Skukovic getting a very slow exit there out of that turn as they make their way through this double right-hander, turns 4 and 5. Can Jamie Craig get the run out of this corner and put his car in a position up into the famous Tectate turn? Can't quite get close enough this time, so he'll have to set him up through turns 6 and 7 and up Seaside Way, see if he can get that number 39 entry up the inside of Steven Skukovic to take this third position. So this is where he's going to do it if he's going to do it. So does he quite get the exit out of there? Not quite as close as we've seen him on previous laps. He's just getting out of that slipstream, putting the car in the mirror of the number 1, Steven Skukovic, but not close enough this time round. So we'll go back to your lead battle, ladies and gentlemen, and it's Andrew Smith now being hassled by the 196 of Jordan Mulak. Can Jordan Mulak go for another win? He comes off back-to-back wins, back-to-back poles last week at Brands Hatch Circuit, and we come across the other side of the world from the United Kingdom across to Long Beach, California, and the 196 is all over the back of the 99 of Andrew Smith, but Andrew Smith looks very quick at the moment. Their last laps were identical, so Andrew Smith has this one at the moment, but we've got one more lap after this one. We'll see whether Jordan Mulak has anything for Andrew Smith. These guys will be starting off the back of the grid for the reverse grid race 2. So that'll be interesting to watch. But I tell you what, don't take your eyes off the screen here, because this is the battle for race 1, round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT E-Championship. So change of direction now. They'll come up Seaside Way one more time for the second last time of race 1, lap 14 of 15. Andrew Smith with a nice little gap there, just far enough ahead of Jordan Mulak to not allow the 196 to make that move. So now it's back to the back end of the circuit through the final turns. Very one lane through here. Andrew Smith just needs to get off this corner for the second to last time. He hits the apex nicely, gets it rotated, gets the power down, and pulls a little bit of a gap there on Jordan Mulak. So he's not going to be under attack into turn 1 this time around. He's got one more lap to go for Andrew Smith. This will be his first win of the Blendline TV ProCar GT E-Championship. If he can get this 99 Porsche 992 Cup car around the Long Beach circuit one more time. So he makes his way through turn 3 for the last time for race 1. Gets a nice run off there into turn 4. The turn 4, turn 5, double right. All he's got to do is get through this nicely. He gets that done well, keeps the rears under him, makes his way up that short, sharp straight into turn 6. Tectate turn he goes one more time, last time for this race. A little bit of lap traffic up in front. I'm not sure that they're going to be a part of this one. So Andrew Smith now makes his way through turn 7. This is the last passing spot for Jordan Mulak. It looks like he's too far behind to do anything for the 99 or to the 99 at Andrew Smith. So he goes down Seaside Way. He'll turn into Firestone for the last time. Then he'll come left through this double apex left-hander into the final. So this is Indy left into the final. Right-hander, turn 10. He just needs to get the car turned in nicely to the apex. Off he comes. And that is it, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new winner here on the Blendline TV ProCar GT E-Championship, and it is the 99 of Andrew Smith. Well done, Andrew Smith, his first win of the season. Jordan Mulak in second. Here's the battle for third and fourth, the all-race battle, and it's Steven Skukovic, which gets the chocolates over Jamie Craig, Garth Duffy, your 5, Michael Budge, 6, Anthony Holmes, 7, as they continue to make their way through and finish this race. But what a great race, Paul. Tell you what, 15 laps goes quick around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit, but that was some amazing racing from the guys here at the Blendline TV ProCar GT E-Championship.
Definitely, and yeah, few little battles going on with a couple of cars throughout the field there. So good to see that everyone's having a little battle with someone on the track.
Yeah, it most definitely was, and it was great to watch. You saw them ebb and flow, different little battles. It didn't matter where you looked. Of course, we had to keep on with what were the biggest battles of the race. I'm sure there are a lot more going on down through the mid to tail end of the field. A couple of the hard luck stories, though. Dave Oliver, Jonathan Hovey, Brian Bullock, Adam Proctor, Lindsay Kearns, Ashley Kersey, Russ Green. They're all not going to be happy with how their race 1 turned out, but that'll put them off the front for race 2. So that'll come to you in a couple of minutes here on the InterSim Esports Network, ladies and gentlemen. But we'll go through your official results here for race 1 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT E-Championship from Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. So your first position, if that just changes for us, it does this to us every week. So race 1, Andrew Smith with his first win of the season up there in P1, Jordan Mulak and Steven Skukovic, your 3, Jamie Craig, Garth Duffy, your 5, Michael Budge, Anthony Holm, Adrian Gretsch, Dan Smith and Colby Cohen. Rounding out your 10, good comeback drive there from Colby. Nico Filippetto, Dion Jarvis, Tim Weston, Brett Smith and Martin Hallinan rounds out your 15. Wayne Visser, Trav Mason and Ricky Provenzale, your 18. 19th and 20th was Dan Green, Taylor Talon Oz-Turkman, Bradley Carr, Dave Oliver, Jonathan Hovey, Brian Bullock and Adam Proctor, your 25, and Lindsay Kearns and Ashley Kersey and Russ Green round out your 28 starters for Race 1, Round 4, the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. So just quickly, ladies and gentlemen, while we wait for the drivers to come up for the second race, they'll come on the grid very shortly. A quick shout out to the other sponsors for the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. Looks like they're getting a warm-up ahead of race 2. So they... yeah, Paul's just said in my ear, ladies and gentlemen, we're not sure. They weren't meant to have a warm-up before race 2 as per the schedule that we saw. So whether that warm-up session has come out and race 2 hasn't come up for some reason, but we'll be sure to get that information to you. We'll know as soon as they come on grid. But while we've got this 6 minutes left, let's take the opportunity to thank all the other sponsors that are a part of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. Of course, Affordable Web Solutions. So they are Affordable Web Solutions. They take away the overwhelmed by helping motivated and ambitious small business owners to bring their online presence to reality. They do this, of course, by using proven strategies to design and develop websites that provide a quality return on investment. So if you need anything to help your business through the social world, whether it's website, social media, any of those type of things, Affordable Web Solutions is definitely your place to go. Of course, Viken Media, they produce automotive event and portrait photography for commercial and social media content. They are a newly founded brand. They're with their owner of Viken. The owner of Viken is passionate about people and travel. I'll get that right the third time, Paul, and all things automotive. So, of course, for all your photography needs, please contact Steve at www.vichen.com.au. And last, but by very much not least, South Gundagai Automotive. So they were established back in 2018. Go to them for all your general mechanic repairs and maintenance. They also do registration inspections for both heavy and light vehicles, electronic diagnosis and repair. They also offer a tyre fitting service. But even better, if you own a real-world race car outside of this iRacing service, they also do offer race car preparation and repairs, wheel alignments to full car setups. So if you do own a real-life race car and you're down around the South Gundagai region, be sure to shout out to the guys at South Gundagai Automotive and go and support the people that support us on the iRacing service. But Paul, we are just getting ready to round up this little bit of a warm-up session. We might let the guys just go on board with the car at the moment, or one of the cars at the moment, if we can, and just listen to these cars around the Long Beach circuit, where we just take a 2 or 3 minute break, ready to bring you race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship.
Alrighty, that was a lap around there with Long Beach with Garth Duffy, and boys got 2 minutes there left in warm-up, but we just had the official word from the race admins, so the reverse grid is going to be switched to the last race, so the third race, and we'll be on the grid for the second race. We'll be starting from the results from the first race, this race. So boys will just finish their warm-up, get into race 2 from the grid being lined up from the results from race 1, and the third race will be our reverse grid race.
Thank you for that, Paul. You saved me while I was off just having a little bit of a break. So there you go, ladies and gentlemen, the download from Paul. We will be having the second race, as Paul just mentioned. That will be the results from the first race. So looking forward. So well, that definitely has a rip snorter of a final here tonight for the reverse grid being race 3. So it's definitely going to be everything on the line. But we're just having a look, as I always do here, with the comments on the InterSim Esports Network, and thank you so much for everyone tuning in. I hope you're enjoying all the action here for the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. Ryan Barber, thanks for tuning in. You always do, mate, here on the InterSim Esports Network, and we much appreciate all your support, mate. Congratulations on your win in the IndyCar series last night, mate. Your first win, I believe, in that series. So big congratulations to you, mate, and I hope it's the first of many to come. So once again, big congratulations. Steve Hoppett's tuning in once again. He knows those voices. I'm sure you do, mate. We know yours too. Thank you for tuning in. I hope you're enjoying all the action. You've read that these are easier to drive than the previous model. From all the feedback that we've got from the drivers in this series so far, that's pretty much on the mark there, Steve. They do like driving these cars. So Paul and I did a couple of laps around the Long Beach circuit this afternoon, and they're a very fun car to drive. But we've gone through that warm-up session. We're about to bring you race 2. So here's your starting order for race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. Andrew Smith, Jordan Mulak off the front row, Stephen Skukovic, Jamie Craig off the second, Garth Duffy, Michael Budge off the third row, Anthony Hulme, Adrian Gretsch off the fourth row, fifth row, Dan Smith, Colby Coham, sixth row, Nico Filippetto and Dion Jarvis. As we roll over the page, seventh row, Tim Weston and Brett Smith, Martin Hallinan and Wayne Visser. Behind them, Trav Mason, Ricky Provenzale at a 17-18, Dan Green, Tafen Oz-Turkman. Round out your 20, Bradley Carr, Dave Oliver out of 21-22, Jonathan Hovey and Brian Bullock out of 23-24. 25 and 26 will be Adam Proctor and Lindsay Kearns, and rounding out your 28 starter grid here for race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship, Ashley Kersey and Russ Green. So we're about to go green, ladies and gentlemen. If you're tuning in here on the InterSim Esports Network across both our Facebook and YouTube platforms, we hope you're enjoying the action. There are the lights. The nerves are rising once again. Watch for the greens. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And we're green once again here for race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. And it looks the same. Jordan Mulak with a great jump there. He obviously got that second clutch and engaged well tonight. So he's got the jump off the start of this one over Andrew Smith. Jamie Craig's made that move early on Stephen Skukovic. So Jamie Craig's now up into third. So there's crashes happening in the background behind again through the tight turn 3. But we'll keep on board with this before we go back for a replay, because this will be a decisive move early in this race for Jamie Craig if he wants to make a move on Andrew Smith. Jamie Craig had a lot of pace there in race 1. He just couldn't quite get that 39 entry past Stephen Skukovic, but this has allowed Jordan Mulak to just bolt at the front. We'll see whether Andrew Smith has the pace for Jordan Mulak here in the second race, and whether he can come back and try and get his second win of the ProCar GTE Championship. But there is a massive incident behind, but as they make their way up Seaside Way, that's Dan Smith. There's cars going everywhere, but they make it through. Oh, there's a little bit of touch there. Dan Smith did a good job just keeping that car straight, but Dan Smith has had a night to forget so far. That's the second time we've seen the 313 of Dan Smith pointing in the wrong direction around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. But it is Jordan Mulak who will lead their way across the start-finish line for the second time of race 2. So Jordan Mulak it leads the way. Andrew Smith has just gapped Jamie Craig a little bit at the front, and he is slowly pegging back Jordan Mulak up in that first position. Andrew Smith getting really loose there on the exit of that turn. So don't say that Andrew Smith in the 99 entry is not trying in this one. He's slowly gaining or pegging back Jordan Mulak. So Andrew Smith and Long Beach. Oh, there's a turner, and the Steven Skukovic is around in the background. So Steven Skukovic, your third place getter of race 1, has gone around and he is in the wall. So he's letting the whole field go past, and that's going to put the one of Steven Skukovic right at the back. Not sure if he's waiting for a yellow, but that's not going to come out. But he's finally done the flick spin, and the number 1 is back underway here for race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. So here we go. We have Jordan Mulak still at the point of this one as he makes his way into turn 10 for the second time of race 2. Andrew Smith ranging right up onto the back of him. So Andrew Smith, if he gets to the back of Jordan Mulak, is definitely going to look to make a move. The way we've seen Andrew Smith race in the previous 3 rounds, he's not going to be backwards and coming forwards. So we can see right there, we have Dion Jarvis. He's currently in the 6th position. He's chasing down the 63 of Adrian Gretsch. So we'll see whether Dion Jarvis can make his way up and battle Adrian Gretsch for the 5th position. So battles everywhere at the moment. We'll have a look at some of the big gainers for you here on lap 3 of 15, as we always do here on the InterSim Esports Network. Russ Green up 14 positions, if you don't mind. Starting out of the 28th position off the back of the grid, he is up into 14th. So he's taken 14 cars on the first 2 laps. He should be in first position in the next 2 laps, I reckon, if we go on those statistics. So Russ Green up 14 positions into 14th. Great job there by the 27 entry. So we're on with Russ Green at the moment. He has Dave Oliver, Tim Weston, Wayne Visser and Martin Hallinan all in front of him at the moment. We'll have a look last time round. Russ Green was a full second quicker than everyone ahead of him, up to 8th, who is the number 16 of Brett Smith. So we'll see whether Russ Green can use this pace to be able to make the moves inside the top 10 as this battle keeps on raging. It is an 8, 9, 10 car battle as they make their way across the line to start lap 4. So they make their way through turn 1, the Bridgestone curve. And it looks like, we go back to the front, and Andrew Smith has made that move on Jordan Mulak, ladies and gentlemen. So it's exactly as I said, that Andrew Smith would want to make that move as we go back and have a look at the replay and see how he got that done. So down into turn 1 they come, down through Bridgestone curve. He's going to have the preferred line into Toyota. Turn 2 just puts the car in the right spot into turn 2. Nothing Jordan Mulak could do there. It's a great move there by Andrew Smith in the 99 to take the lead of this motor race once again. So Paul, Andrew Smith, after showing a lot of pace in the first 3 rounds, there's something about the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit and Andrew Smith tonight, because he had a really solid race 1 and took the win, and looks like he's got the same pace here at race 2.
Definitely, Andrew Smith's got a lot of speed tonight. He's managed to keep himself out of trouble. Sometimes he usually finds a bit of trouble on the track, but he's managed to start off the front of the row and keep out of trouble, and he's looking strong to take out race 2 as well. But the big question is that reverse grid race. So if Andrew does manage to take out race 2 as well, he'll be starting at the back there. And we did see Jordan struggle a little bit to find his way back to the front in the round 2 reverse grid race, although he had a top 5 finish. We'll see if the boys can do the same thing at Long Beach.
Yeah, you're exactly right, but there is one added little ingredient tonight, mate, and that is called the Concrete Canyon of the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. So last time we seen Jordan Mulak do that, that was around, I believe, the Hungaro Ring, and it was around the Hungaro Ring, which is a complete opposite track to what you see here tonight. He is ranging up on the back of Andrew Smith at the moment, as we saw Andrew Smith last lap round just pull that gap out a tiny bit over Jordan, but he's just come back up onto the back of Andrew Smith. He's going to make himself known in the mirror there. So this time through turn 10 for the 5th time tonight, this time across the strike, they will take lap 6 of 15. Jamie Craig out there having a nice little lonely race there in 3rd position, probably the way that Jamie Craig likes it. He's got nothing but the concrete walls at the moment to contend with. So Jamie Craig there in the 3rd position. Last time around, he was a full second slower than your leaders, Andrew Smith and Jamie Craig, but he was a full second quicker than your 4th and 5th place getters of Michael Budge and Adrian Gretsch. So Jamie Craig has a 3.4 second gap on Michael Budge and Adrian Gretsch there in the 4th and 5th position. Jordan Mule. Oh, big battle here between Colby Coem and Ashley Kersey. Colby Coem, as they make their way down the straight one more time through Bridgestone Curve. We'll see whether Colby Coem can make the move on Ashley Kersey up into turn number 2, Toyota Curve, and he does that. He's gone very deep into turn 2. It'd be interesting to see if he's made his way through there. No, Colby Coem's gone off into the runoff. So Colby Coem's gone. He went really deep into turn 2 there as we go back and have a look at that replay. So Colby Coem gets a nice run down here into the Toyota turn. Looks like he had got this one made, but he's missed his braking marker and gone really deep and has had to use the runoff there. So the 25, you see the brakes glowing there, Paul, as you said in my ear. That was amazing, those images here on the Indosim Esports Network. But I tell you what, when Colby Coem watches this back, he won't think that's amazing. But we're now with the battle between Martin Hallinan and Ashley Kersey. So they make their way up the straight now in Seaside Way. Looks like he's made that position stick as he makes his way through turn 8, the Firestone turn, and through the final 9 and 10 corners. So Bradley Carr here. Bradley Carr is currently right. Oh, as Russ Green gets into the wall on the outside of turn 2, that allows the door right open for the 85. Sorry, of the 85 of Bradley Carr. So Bradley Carr's now made the move up on Russ Green, and Russ Green's right-hand front of that Porsche 992 is going to be begging for mercy as he makes his way around this track. So it can bite very quickly, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see, a little bit of damage there on the front of Ashley Kersey's car. Not Ashley Kersey, sorry. We can see a little bit of damage on Russ Green. So they're just slowly making their way through. But 7 of 15, Paul, Andrew Smith still leading the way. He's got half a second over Jordan Mulak. They are making that gap get bigger and bigger and bigger. But Anthony Holm here, we're with, this is definitely a big battle of this race. Dion Jarvis, Anthony Holm, Brett Smith, Nico Filippetto's a further 2.5 seconds in that yellow and blue car you can see down in behind there. So Anthony Holm is chasing down Dion Jarvis and Adrian Gretsch. And he's got to have one eye in the mirror because Brett Smith is right behind there and he will be looking to take advantage of anything that can happen in this 4-car battle in front of him. So Adrian Gretsch there, followed by Dion Jarvis, Anthony Holm and Brett Smith. They make their way through turn 4 and 5 one more time as Holm gets massively loose out of turn 5 as they make their way up into turn 6, take turn. So Brett Smith not close enough to take advantage of that time around. They'll go up now into turn 7 and then make their way up into Seaside Way one more time. Lap 8 of 15, ladies and gentlemen. The race is on. This is definitely, don't take your eyes off this. Battle of 4 cars. Looks like Adrian Gretsch is just dropping off the back of Michael Budge. I tell you what, Michael Budge having a nice solid run here in race 2. He started out of P4 and he's up into... he started out of P6 rather, and he's up into P4. They're slowly pegging back that gap, but the more that these guys battle, the harder it's going to be for them to catch Michael Budge, so Adrian Gretsch, Dion Jarvis, Anthony Holm, and Brett Smith. But Michael Budge, as you can see there, into the 4th position. He's got about 5 seconds down the road to Jamie Craig, who has the same, about 9 seconds down the road to Jamie Craig, who has 5 seconds down the road to your leaders, Jordan Mulak and Andrew Smith. I can see another battle, though. I can see another battle though, Paul, back in the field. Steven Skukovic is right up behind Dave Oliver at the moment. He's having a real big battle with Dave Oliver as they make their way down into the Toyota turn. One more time. Well, Steven Skukovic, who found himself facing the wrong way early in this one after starting out of the 3rd position, he's now battling for the 16th and 15th position. So he's all over the back of Dave Oliver, who started out of P22. He's up into 15th at the moment. There's Steven Skukovic, the car number 1 entry, the white car there. Does he have anything for Dave Oliver in this one? But we are lap 9 of 15. These races do go very quick here at the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. I hope you're enjoying all the action here on the Indosim Esports Network. You can tune in whether you're across our Facebook or YouTube channels. Be sure to share that. Matty Feldman, thank you for tuning in on the broadcast, mate. He's going for Jordan Mulak as well. So the 196 at the moment, Matt, is in 2nd place. So, Matty, sorry not to see you out here tonight with obviously your teammate Jordan, but he's definitely being made to work for his money tonight by the 99 of Andrew Smith, as you can see on screen there. Jay Rudd said just blocked for 16 laps, Russ Green. So Jay Rudd, he's going for Russ Green. Russ is down in the 12th position for you, Jay. So he's currently got 1.6 seconds on Adam Proctor at the moment, so no need for Mr. Green to block at this stage. But thank you for tuning in here on the Indosim Esports Network. We're on board there with Nico Filippetto in that distinctive blue and yellow entry. So Nico Filippetto has Wayne Visser all over the back of him at the moment. Wayne Visser last time round was half a second quicker as Nico Filippetto struggled to get off the turn there. We come into this double right-hander. We'll see whether Wayne Visser has anything for Nico Filippetto. They make their way up Seaside Way. Is he close enough to make a lunge? No, he's not quite close enough, and he thinks better of it, so makes his way through turn 8, through Indy left, and then back into the first gear corner, turn 10, and they'll make their way back on to the main straight one more time. So this time across the strike, these drivers will take lap 11 of 15. We've got 10 down, 5 to go. So who's going to take this one? Andrew Smith just pulled that gap out at the front for those that are interested, ladies and gentlemen, to just on a second over Jordan Mulak. You can see that on your screen there. So Andrew Smith with a great drive here in race 2. Whatever I can do in race 1, I can do better, Andrew Smith says. Very clean car there in the 99, and he is gapping your championship leader, Jordan Mulak, in this race 2. So I tell you what, this, as you said, Paul, this is going to be interesting to see how Andrew Smith and Jordan Mulak go off 27 and 28, if, of course, this is how race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship from Long Beach Grand Prix circuit does end up. But at this stage, on lap 11 of 15, it looks like this may be the way that it ends, bar a big mistake by Andrew and Jordan. But this is the battle. Dion Jarvis here. Dion Jarvis, Adrian Gretsch in front of him. Anthony Hulme right up and behind him. They've ranged up onto the back of Michael Budge. Michael Budge will just see Porsche 992 headlights behind his car and be going, come on boys, keep fighting, you're getting too close to me. But this is the battle to stay on board with. It's 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th and 8th. Michael Budge, Adrian Gretsch, Dion Jarvis, Anthony Hulme and Brett Smith. And I'll tell you what, if something happens here, ladies and gentlemen, Nico Filippetto, Wayne Visser, Bradley Carr, Russ Green, they're going to be involved in this as well. So we'll see what happens there. But we've gone back to Adam Proctor. Adam Proctor's just off the back of that battle as well. So he's in 13th position. Adam Proctor having a really solid run. He's up 12 spots, but Dion Jarvis has just got the move done on Adrian Gretsch. So the 32 entries got the move done on Adrian Gretsch. We're 12 into 15. Let's just see if we can go back and have a look at how the 63 entry got passed by the 32 of Adrian Gretsch. So you can see Adrian Gretsch there in the blue and white entry up behind, Dion Jarvis up behind Adrian Gretsch as they make their way down into turn 2. Very nicely done. That's exactly how we saw Andrew Smith make the move on Jordan Mulak early in this race. So obviously a favourite and good passing position here on the Long Beach circuit. So Adrian Gretsch now has Anthony Hulme all up underneath his rear spoiler. So They come onto the main straight one more time. Lap 13 of 15 this time round. Looks like there's a battle in the background there. Nico Filippetto is going to be under a lot of, well, hang on, I'm just trying to look at my screen. So Nico Filippetto is covering off in the background, Paul, but we'll stay on board with this. We'll see what happens. Oh yeah, Nico Filippetto's gone through turn 2 and Wayne's in the wall, and that's going to allow a Bradley Carr a part of this as well, but Wayne Vista's kept on the inside, and now Russ Green says, I want a bit of this, boys, and I'm coming through. I'm going to take 2 of yous. And Russ Green makes the move up there. So Russ Green's up now. He's got Wayne Visser and Nico Filippetto up in front of him as well, as Bradley Carr gets really loose there. And, oh my God, Adam Proctor nearly into the back. So all happening there, but Bradley Carr keeps onto that one, but Adam Proctor's right behind him, and he's going to want to make a move. Nico Filippetto has had a very, very interesting race in this one, but Michael Budge has a big battle on his hands here, lap 14 into 15. Can the number 8 entry keep Dion Jarvis behind him, or is there going to be an incident, and can Adrian Gretsch, Anthony Holm and Brett Smith say thank you, boys? But now we have Dion Jarvis with a good run out of the turn 10, up behind Michael Budge as they make their way down the Bridgestone turn, the main straight through turn 1. Michael Budge covering off his line down into turn 2 in Toyota, so this is going to put Jamie Craig on the right, Dion Jarvis on the wrong side of the road, but he's going to go for the switchback through 2. No, he can't do that. It's single lane through here. This has allowed Adrian Gretsch and Anthony Holm, Brett Smith right up onto the back of this battle. So we are 2 laps to go here for race 2, round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. It's all said and done for your first, second and third positions, but Adrian Gretsch has lost it. Adrian Gretsch facing the wrong way out of turn 5. Not how Adrian Gretsch wanted to finish this one, so he's going to have to hold on for whatever he can. But Michael Budge has Dion Jarvis, Anthony Holman, Brett Smith all over the back of him as they make their way up Seaside Way for the second last time. So Dion Jarvis just there, looking on the inside of Michael Budge, no room there as they make their way through turn number 8. They'll go through Indy left, for the second last time in this race, and then down into the final turn 10. So can Dion Jarvis get the run down the main straight, and Budge gets a lot of wheel spin out of the final corner, and it is a drag race down the main straight here through Bridgestone turn, but this has pulled Anthony Holm up into this, and he's going to make a battle. We're going to have a 3-way battle here on the last lap. Who's going to give? Anthony Holm thinks better of it, but Dion Jarvis says, no, I'm going on the inside. He goes hot down into turn 1. He gets it done. Michael Budge comes back at him, nowhere to go there. It does a bit of a block pass and can't get quite out of there, so he's going to have to play follow the leader. Will Michael Budge make the move back on Dion Jarvis, or will they have contact? Will Anthony Holm be able to take advantage of this? This has brought Brett Smith into this as well, but we'll let this battle range as we go back to your leader. Andrew Smith is going to do this one, and he's about to go 2 from 2. So without having a race win here for the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship, he's off the pole twice, and he's a winner twice. It is Andrew Smith in the 99 taking the win once again here for race 2. Jordan Mulak with a second position again after a solid start, but the battle for 4th. Third position will be Jamie Craig. What will happen with the battle for 4th? Dion Jarvis, Michael Budge, Anthony Holman, Brett Smith. They make their way into the final turn this time round. Oh, Anthony Holm trying to poke his nose up there. Brett Smith there as well, but it looks like they've got an even run off the back of that turn, and it's going to be Dion Jarvis followed by Michael Budge, Anthony Holman, Brett Smith in your 4th, 5th, 6th, 7th. 8th position will be Nico Filippetto, Bradley Carr and Adrian Gretsch rounds your 10. Russ Green, Adam Proctor, 12, as they continue to come across and finish. Oh, that was a close finish there, but as that was between Steven Skukovic and Dave Oliver. But yeah, what a good race there, Paul. Race 2, that was definitely exciting. We've had 2 great races here for round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship from the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. I tell you what, I'm going to go get myself a drink shortly because I'm looking forward to the reverse grid race 3.
So am I, Aiden. The boys definitely turned up the volume for race 2 of round 4 at Long Beach. So it's going to be interesting, and I'm sure there's going to be a lot more action for the reverse grid race 3 race.
100% there will. If it's anything like the first two, I'm going to lose my voice. So can't wait to bring that to you here on the InterSim Esports Network. But before they grid up and do that one very quickly, let's go through your official results here for what was race 2 of round 4 of the Blendline TV PROCAR GT Championship. So Andrew Smith taking the win once again. Jordan Mulak and Jamie Craig, your 3. Dion Jarvis, Michael Budge rounding out your 5. Anthony Holm in 6, Brett Smith, Nico Filippetto, Bradley Carr and Adrian Gretsch rounding out your 10. Those drivers had a great battle all race long. Russ Green, Adam Proctor, Tim Weston, Dave Oliver and Stephen Skukovic, your 15. Wayne Visser, Brian Bullock and Colby Coham rounds out your 18. As we go across the page, 19th was Martin Hallinan, rounding out your 20, Ashley Kersey, Jonathan Hovey, Dan Green, Tafen Oz-Turkman, Trav Mason and Lindsay Kearns, your 25, and rounding out your 28 car starting grid for race 2 was Garth Duffy, Ricky Provenzale and Brett Smith. So, Dan Smith, sorry, I get confused with the Smiths. But there we go, ladies and gentlemen. There's your results for what was race 2 of the Blendline TV PROCAR GT Championship here on the InterSim Esports Network from Long Beach Grand Prix Circuit. Big shout out before we go into race 2, the sponsors, the other sponsors of the Blendline TV PROCAR GTE Championship, Affordable Web Solutions, Viking Media, and South Gundagai Automotive. We'll go through a little bit more to do with them again, hopefully during this race. I'm not sure how much we'll be able to talk about them, Paul, because I'm sure there's going to be a lot going on. But ladies and gentlemen, please support those 3 businesses, Affordable Web Solutions, Viking Media, and South Gundagai Automotive. Of course, Blendline TV, the naming rights sponsor of the PROCAR GTE Championship. Go and have a look at them on your socials on Facebook, Blendline TV. They bring a lot of grassroots content to everyone. They have a lot of followers across there on their Facebook page. So if you want to go and get amongst some grassroots motorsport, and even they have a lot of historic Bathurst stuff. They have everything really, that anything that tickles your taste buds. Blendline TV has all of it for you to be able to have a look at and watch some motorsport. So they do a lot of other stuff there as well, but be sure to jump across to the Blendline TV Facebook page. Give them a like, give them a follow, and support the people that support the iRacing community. But Paul, not sure if we're having a short break here before we do the reverse grid for race 3, but I'm going to tell you what, I'll have to have a little bit of a breather for 30 seconds before we bring you all the action of what will be an absolute stonking race 3 reverse grid here from the Long Beach Grand Prix Circuit.
Oh, got you covered there, Aiden. So sit back, grab your voice, grab your drink, and yeah, we'll just do a bit of a quick run through on our current championship points. So currently, after 3 rounds, we have Jordan Mulak leading the way on 925 points, followed by Dan Smith in the 2nd place with 718 points. Matt Feldman in 3rd place with 611 points. Michael Budge in 4th with 581. Dave Oliver there in 5th with 553. Brett Smith, Colby Cohen, Martin Hallinan, Anthony Helm there with 478 points. Stephen Skukovic, Jamie Craig, Andrew Smith. So Andrew Smith currently sitting on 417. So 2 race wins tonight for Andrew Smith. So that's definitely going to help out his championship points. Dimitri Agathos, who we don't actually see on the track tonight. So Demetrius only having run round 1 and 2 and missing the 3rd and 4th rounds with 393 points there. Adam Proctor, Garth Duffy, Dion Jarvis there with 389. Yep.
Yeah, Paul, you're exactly right. I haven't even noticed tonight, and that's sorry, Dimitri, if you are tuning in here on the Indasim Esports Network. Didn't mean to forget about you, mate. But also mentioned earlier in the broadcast too, Matthew Feldman sitting third in the championship so far. He is a non-starter tonight as well, so that's not going to help him with his title fight, as Jordan Mulak, his teammate, is having a solid drive tonight with 2 second places. But as you said, Andrew Smith, it's definitely going to help him move up the leaderboard somewhat. After those first 2 races, first and foremost, but if he can have a nice solid race here for the reverse grid race 3.
For sure, that's the big question, is that reverse grid race, and around Long Beach, it's not going to be an easy feat to try and get to the front of that field, Aiden.
No, it won't. I tell you what, I'd much rather it be Andrew Smith and Jordan Mulak than myself and you, to be honest, because I reckon turn 1 and we'd be gone, mate. I reckon we'd be in the fence and night over for us too, probably because we'd try and race each other into 1 and not worried about the rest of the field. But, you know, that's a story for another day. Okay, so I'm not sure how long we've got until we go green, but we're going to take a short break, but we did this the other night. Let's go back into some Indasim Esports Network trivia. Do you want to do some Indasim Esports Network trivia, mate?
Why not? I'm sure the viewers will love a bit of trivia once again, and as we had some fun with it. So why not, Aiden? What's the question for the night?
All right, so I'm just bringing up the question for you now, ladies and gentlemen.
From Google?
Well, we know that everyone from our past experiences is going to Google the answer anyway. So, but please don't do that. If you, if you're tuning in here on the Indasim Esports Network, this is Indasim Esports Network trivia. So, I ask you, you're always the first one, Paul. In what year was the Long Beach Grand Prix Road Circuit? In what year was its first race?
Oh, I've got no clue. Well, since it's only come to iRacing recently, I don't know if it'll be that old. I don't know, because I don't know much about Long Beach at all. So we're going to go a stab in the dark here and say maybe in the 1990s somewhere.
A little bit off, my friend. A little bit off. Good. Let's just put it this way: it was a lot earlier than that. So
I figured.
A little bit off, but good guess nonetheless. Don't know if anyone is going to comment. Of course, we'll say that back to everyone. The question: we're doing a bit of Indasim Esports Network trivia here before we go green for the reverse grid. And ladies and gentlemen, no googling. But servers up. But just while we load into the server real quickly, in what year was the first race at the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit? You give you 1 minute to make your little bits of guesses here on the stream if you are watching. We ended up having, I saw Paul the other night, 200 odd comments on our stream on Friday night. And a lot of that was from our trivia mates. So 200 comments in one of our streams. How good is that?
Oh, that's pretty good. The viewers are out there, and obviously they're commenting and liked our trivia and that.
Well, it was. I tell you what, some of it was pretty useless trivia, but hey, some things you don't know are better than the things you do know sometimes. All right, so the answer, ladies and gentlemen, is actually 1975. So that was when the first race at the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit was run and won. So what we'll do, we'll see whether we can bring Andrew Smith down into the broadcast booth. And we've done that right now. And Andrew, we hope you don't mind, mate. We've brought you down into the broadcast booth. Ladies and gentlemen, we do have your race 1 and 2 winner, Andrew Smith, down here for you as we're loading in for what will be the reverse grid race 3. But Andrew, mate, what a night. The first 3 rounds, you've shown a lot of pace, but some unfortunate unforced errors, getting caught up in stuff, didn't allow you to use that pace for the first 3 rounds. But I tell you what, you're showing a clean set of heels at the front tonight. And Andrew Smith, that's his answer. So Well done, Andrew Smith. So, if you can hear us, Andrew, Aidan and Paul from the broadcast booth. I would strongly suggest, Paul, that he's moved away as we did earlier and probably gone and got himself a drink and getting ready for what will be a frantic race 3. So we did try bring you a little bit of a chat with Adrian Gretsch. We'll see whether we can bring someone... Andrew Smith, sorry, there's so many. We'll see whether we can bring you someone else down into the broadcast booth. We'll try one more time. Stephen Skukovic, Aidan and Paul from the broadcast booth, mate. I hope you don't mind us moving you down. I know you're just about to go green for race 3. Good P3 there in race 1. Race 2 didn't go to plan.
Definitely not, mate. Just cars unsettled through there, especially on lap 2 for me. So unfortunately, when I came through, it double bounced, and on the second hop, it just unsettled and I couldn't catch it. So we dropped back, which is unfortunate. We're having a good run. Obviously, the first race was a lot better. But we just don't have the pace of Jordan and the like. So, yeah, we'll keep working at it and see if we can sort it out.
I tell you what, though, mate, Andrew Smith has definitely given it to Jordan tonight. Andrew Smith's shown a lot of pace through the first 3 rounds. We just did try and have a chat to him, but he was temporarily unavailable. But Andrew Smith, he's making his way to the front real quickly as you're about to line up on the grid.
Yeah, no, he is. He's doing really, really well. He's definitely got the pace. He's just got to clean up a few little things here and there. A couple little passes that are a little bit hairy and things like that. But he's definitely got the pace. He's just got to take I'd say a chill pill. But he's pretty good. So I think if he can definitely get ahead of him, he can hold him off. No worries at all.
No worries, Steve. Well, mate, congratulations on your P3 race 1. Also, congratulations on a solid round 3. Unfortunate there for race 2, but hopefully we see you back at the point for race 3, mate.
Yeah, thanks, man. Hopefully we have a good one in this one, and thanks for tuning in.
No worries at all. We'll drop you back up to your team, mate.
Thanks, buddy.
Well, there we go, Paul. Mr. Stephen Skukovic in your number 1 entry. Nice enough to chat to us just before race number 3, as we've got your grid ready for you, ladies and gentlemen. So your reverse grid here for race 3 will be Ricky Provenzale off the pole with Garth Duffy out of 2, Lindsay Kearns, Trav Mason, your second row, Tafen Oz Turkman, Dan Green, your third row, Jonathan Hovey and Ashley Kersey, your 4th. Out of the 5th row, Martin Hallinan and Colby Coham. Out of 11 and 12 will be Brian Bullock and Wayne Visser. As we roll over the page in the 13th starting position, Stephen Skukovic, who we just spoke to, and Dave Oliver, Tim Weston and Adam Proctor out of the 15, 16, 17, 18, Russ Green, Adrian Gretsch, Bradley Carr, Nico Filippetto, 19 and 20, 21, 22 is Brett Smith, Anthony Holm, Michael Budge and Dion Jarvis out of the 23rd and 24th starting positions. Out of the 25th starting position is Jamie Craig, Jordan Mulak out of the 26th position and Andrew Smith out of 27. So it looks like we're 1 car short here for race 3, ladies and gentlemen. But I tell you what, keep your eyes firmly on the screen of the Intersim Esports Network, because we're about to go green once again for what is race 3 of round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. The reverse grid, Ricky Provenzale will be off the pole, Garth Duffy off second, Lindsay Kearns and Trav Mason will be your second row. We'll see whether these guys can get their cars off the line. So get ready for fireworks into 1 and 2, ladies and gentlemen. It's all about to happen for race 3 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship right here on the Intersim Esports Network. Looks like most of the drivers are nearly lined up on the grid, Paul. We've got 10 seconds to go. So this is the time where the nerves will be rising. It's the last race of the night. They're all going to want to have a solid race in this one. So there's going to be moves aplenty, cars in the concrete aplenty, and it's all going to be happy. So don't take your eyes off the screen, as we're about to go into the starters' orders very, very shortly. So look out for the lights, and they're up. And we are 1 green, 2 green, 3 green, 4 green, 5 green, and we are underway for round 3, race 3 of round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. And turns went nowhere off the start. Ricky Provençal, sorry, nowhere off the start. We are 2-3 wide down into Toyota for the first time here for race 3. All very gentlemanlike through there so far, but that's not where we've seen the action. We've seen the action up into here, and here we go. She's started. We've got cars in the wall. We've got a car around through turn 3. We've got a car on its lid. We've got someone doing its best gymnastics impersonation. And there are cars everywhere, and the caution's out. And there we've got Dave Oliver on his side. Someone, we need a medic. We need someone, get out there and push Dave Oliver over, because he's not going anywhere, and he's going to have to tow his way back to the pits. So Mr. Dave Oliver is not going to be happy with that in the 668. It looks a little bit like the 899 at the moment, because it's upside down. So Dave Oliver is trying to get it. He's trying to get it back on 2 wheels, on 4 wheels, sorry, as you can see it there, but not quite. But not sure if we've got the replay there, Paul, of what happened there, but we'll go and see what happened to Dave Oliver to put him on his side. So just keep your eye on Dave Oliver. You can see him in the background there. Oh, as Tim Weston just gets a lot of rear brake, is it? Brian Bullock, rather, sorry. Paul's saying in my ear. Brian Bullock gets a lot of rear brake there into turn 2. 3 wide through turn 2. We've got another car around there. We've got Dave Oliver. That's him sideways there. We've got black car coming up, and it's just got him under the rear of the car, and that's just put him upside down, and looks like he'll get cleaned up again as he does, facing the other way. There's 3, 4, 5 cars involved in that one. And Dave Oliver seeing the wrong side of the racetrack. Well, he's actually close to the racetrack, but I'd rather his wheels be close to the racetrack than his lid. So Dave Oliver won't be happy to the start of that one, Paul.
Definitely not. And yeah, it looks like he's had to tow back to the pits there.
Yeah, he has, mate, but that was definitely what we're expecting. They were the fireworks we were thinking we were going to get here for race 3, the reverse grid from Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. So Ricky Provençal did not get off the line there off the pole position. He's gone all the way back to 9th at the moment. Big gainer, though. Adam Proctor, he started out at 16th. He's up into 8th position. Martin Hallinan up 3 spots from the 9th position up into 3. Colby Coam, he's up 7 spots out of the 10th starting position too, Paul. He's up into the 3rd place at the moment. So this is a good opportunity for Colby to convert. After being sort of stuck down into the pack for the first 2 races tonight, he's in a good position to make his way up to the front of this one early. We'll go back and have a look at Andrew Smith and Jordan Mulak after starting off the back. They're back in the 22nd and 23rd positions, so still a lot of work to go for those 2 drivers. But to tell you what, that was all the fireworks we were expecting, and looking forward over the next 13 laps for much of the same, to be honest. But another big mover, Anthony Holm, up 7 positions, even though he was involved in a little bit of that as well. So we'll see how we go, but we're about to go green here one more time on the Intersim Esports Network for the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship, the reverse grid race. It looks like the yellows are still on that pace car, so we'll go around the Long Beach circuit one more time, Paul.
Yeah, one more lap around. Looks like the pace car lights might go off this time over the grid there.
Yeah,
and they have gone out. Yep.
I'm sure they will, but once again, let's take this opportunity to thank all the sponsors, a part of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. This is round 4, ladies and gentlemen. If you like all the action that is being brought to you here on the Intersim Esports Network for the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship, and you're not following us already, follow us across our Facebook and YouTube channels. Both are the same. They are Into-Sim, IN2SIM Esports Network. So give us a like, give us a share our posts, share our streams. We love you to get involved in it. Also, Viking Media, South Gundagai Automotive, and Affordable Web Solutions, a big part of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. So we're here tonight, and we are at Long Beach, but we look forward to Suzuka next week for round 5, but before we get there, we've got to get through another 12 laps of racing around the Concrete Canyon, which is the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. So Garth Duffy will bring us to the green this time round. You'll have Trav Mason right behind him and Colby Coham in the 3rd position. Dan Green and Lindsay Kearns will round out your 5. Martin Hallen and Ashley Kersney, Ricky Provenzale, Adam Proctor and Jonathan Hovey will be your 10 when we go to green this time around. Matthew Feldman, he was the last one to tune in, going for Jordan Mulek, or last one to comment rather on the stream. Obviously, Matthew, we would have loved to have seen you out there tonight. So if you are still watching, give us a shout out on the comments, mate, and let us know that you're still watching and tuning in. And I'm sure you're going to be eyes on Jordan in this one, coming from 22nd on this restart to see how far he can get that 196 Porsche 992 up this grid. But I tell you what, Andrew Smith's also one to keep an eye on. He's won the first 2 races of this one, ladies and gentlemen. He started off the pole in race 1 and race 2. He won race 1 and race 2. He's off the back for the reverse grid race 3. We just saw a massive incident through lap 1 for race 3, but they both got through there cleanly. The pace car lights are off. Turn 10, it's going to go away from the field now. And Garth Duffy has the field in his hands and he's gone, and we're green again. We're underway again here for race 3, around 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT E-Championship, and Garth Duffy leads your way. Trav Mason has Colby Cohen all over the back of him. Will Colby make a move into turn 2? The Toyota turn, he's not quite close enough this time round. So that was his opportunity off the start, but he didn't quite get close enough. But he's a lot quicker as Trav Mason gets loose out of turn 2, and that's allowed Colby Coham to make that move up into 2nd place. Dan Green is now all over Trav Mason. He's made that move on Trav Mason as well, as we see another big incident. 2, 3, 4 cars. Tafen as Turkman, Adrian Gretsch, they were involved in that one as well. Michael Budge, he's been involved in anything this morning. He's given this afternoon, or tonight rather. He's given everyone a budge. So that's not how he would have wanted to start his night. But I tell you what, we're still green, Paul. Lap 4 of 115. Garth Duffy 1.5 seconds down the road of Colby Cohen. Jonathan Hovey's found the wall. Andrew Smith's going to try and make his way up past him at the moment. Andrew Smith has Jordan all over the back of him. Jordan's trying to make the move on Andrew Smith as they make their way down Seaside Way. He's got the move done. So Andrew Smith's got damage there on the right front, so that's not good for Andrew Smith. You race 1 and 2 leaders, but the 67 there is facing the wrong way. Lindsay Kearns with an incident. He's lit him up out of the corner and he's facing the wrong way. We saw Steven Skukovic do that in race 2. So, as Steven said, these cars can get very loose on exit. But Garth Duffy, 1.5 seconds still down the road on Colby Cohen. Watch and see whether Colby's got anything for Garth in this one. Last time round, Garth Duffy was 0.8 of a second quicker than Colby Cohen. But that looks like Anthony Holm leading this pack. Steven Skukovic, Brett Smith, Jamie Craig, he's up 15 positions on his 25th starting position. So your race 2 third place getter is making the moves here for race 3. Up 15 spots on his 25th starting position, and he's got Brett Smith in front of him. He's going to want to make the move on Brett, but then he'll be back with his foe from race 1, Steven Skukovic. Steven Skukovic did keep him off. Steven Skukovic did keep Jamie Craig behind him for 3rd and 4th for race 1. We'll see whether he can do that again. But first, Jamie Craig needs to make the move on Brett Smith, and then we'll see that infamous battle between the 39 and the 1 reignite here again around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. So we'll see whether Jamie Craig can make the move on Brett Smith, but Brett Smith got a good run off the corner. He's right in the toe of Steven Skukovic. Steven Skukovic is chasing down Anthony Holm in the 96 entry. Doesn't look like they're close enough to make any moves at the moment. But we go on with Dan Green. Dan Green sitting down in the 13th position at the moment. He's got Jordan Mulak right up behind him. And so Jordan, you can see off in the distance, catching up on Dan Green at the moment. So we'll have a look too, and it looks like Andrew Smith, your race 1 and 2 winner, has gone into pit lane, and that damage was too much for the 99 entry to navigate around this Long Beach circuit as the car in front of Jordan Mulak lit them up on the exit of that turn as they make their way down to the Tectate turn. So Russ Green there on board with Russ Green, making the move on Dan Green as we go through this corner. So Andrew Green on the outside, Dan Green on the inside, and it gets very close. Jordan Mulak's coming into this one as well. So Jordan Mulak, as they make their way down Seaside Way once again, he's going to look up the inside, but no room there. Lap 7 now. They're on lap 6. The leader's just taken 11th, lap 7 of 15. Jordan Mulak up 12 spots into the 14th position. This is good for his championship, but he's in the wrong spot here and he makes it around. Jordan Mulak, everything he touches comes to gold. Nico Filippetto, nowhere to go as he tries and makes his way through there as well. So a big incident there in turn 10. That's allowed Nico Filippetto to finally get through there, but he's got Wayne Visser on the outside of him. Wayne's going to be on the wrong side of the road as they come down into turn 2. Once again, will Nico Filippetto stay on the inside? He's got a bit of damage on the right-hand front there. He's not going to have the braking power into turn 2 as we see there. So it looks like that Nico Filippetto has been passed by Wayne Visser in the 175. So Wayne Visser makes his way up into the 13th position. Nico Filippetto is going to have a car full, or a mirror full rather, of Trav Mason and Russ Green as this one goes on, because I'm sure that Nico Filippetto in that 77 entry has a bit of damage there that is definitely going to hurt the raw pace. But Ricky Provenzale's gone up to 3rd in this one, ladies and gentlemen. He's made the move on Martin Hallinan. So Ricky Provenzale, after starting in the 5th position, has made his way up into 3rd position, 8 laps down of 15. So, sorry, he started on pole position. He's made his way back up into 3rd. Sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I completely stuffed that one up. So after starting off the pole position, Ricky Provenzale did drop down into the 9th position before that caution, but he's quickly made his way up back into a podium position, up into the 3rd place as we currently stand. But I tell you what, Colby Cohen's bridged that gap on Garth Duffy at the front. He's halved it down to 0.6 of a second as we see Bradley Carr nearly get into the back of Martin Hallinan there. So we're back at the point, and Colby Coham is making his way up, but Brian Bullock looks like he's had an incident at the back end of the track there. How good are those cameras? But we'll go back and have a look at the replay of what brought Brian Bullock undone. So we go back to the replay. Brian Bullock is just up the front there. They go into the braking zone. Looks like he's gone way too hard. He did the same thing that Colby Cohen did in race 2 and just overcooked it into that braking zone. Lucky there's a little bit of a runoff there, and it's all fair in love and war and game on there. But this is the battle for the lead of the motor race, ladies and gentlemen. Garth Duffy and Colby Cohen. The gap's down to 0.4 of a second. So your 25 of Colby Cohen chasing down the 71 of Garth Duffy. We're now 9 laps into 15. It's anyone's race. Will Colby Cohen have the presence of mind to be able to make the move here on Garth Duffy? Garth Duffy started out a 2nd. Colby Cohen came from the 5th row in the 10th position, and he's right up on the back of Garth Duffy. Colby Cohen hasn't got a win so far in the PROCAR GTE Championship. Neither has Garth Duffy. They're 11 seconds down the road to 3rd place at the moment. So this is at the battle for the first time win in the PROCAR GTE Championship for this season. If one of these drivers do win this race, it'll be their first time up in the broadcast booth and talking to us. So this is the battle for first. Who's going to get the spoils in this one? Who's going to get the chocolates? Will it be Garth Duffy or Colby Cohen? But while we do that, we'll go back to this battle because Anthony Holmes just made the move on the 28 of Martin Hallinan. Martin Hallinan has Adam Proctor up behind him as well. Stephen Skukovic there in the blue and yellow car. Jamie Craig and Brett Smith. So this is a very, very, very tasty battle. As, who was that? Stephen Skukovic? Skukovic has gone wide, locked his brakes up again. 2nd time in 2 races, and he is down the escape road there. And that's put him out of contention for that battle as he's dropping down the field into 13th position at the moment. So this is the battle to watch at the moment. Jamie Craig's there on screen. He has Brett Smith behind him, Adam Proctor down the road on him. The battle for the three in front of them looks a little bit saucy at the moment too. Martin Hallinan and Adam Proctor. So we have gone to Martin Hallinan at the moment as they make their way through the tight turn 3. We'll see whether Adam Proctor and Jamie Craig have anything for them. Jamie Craig has Adam Proctor, Martin Hallinan, and Anthony Holmes. Anthony Holmes just got off into the distance a little bit. Adam Proctor we're on board with at the moment. Nothing can happen down here, not quite close enough. He's got Jamie Craig there right up behind him. Jamie Craig, we know, is very quick around this Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. Jamie Craig trying to set up the move here on Mr. Proctor. So they make their way down the Seaside Way once again, lap 10 of 15. Jamie Craig's got the run. Adam Proctor's covered it off. Jamie Craig thinks better of it. He's going to have to be line astern here through turn 9. So making their way through Indy left and down into the final turn 10. Jamie Craig, we've seen him do that a lot in race number 1. It didn't quite work for him in race 1. It doesn't look like it's working for him here in race 3 as Adam Proctor gets a great run off turn 10. This time past the strike there on lap 11. So Colby Cohen's right up and made the move on Garth Duffy, ladies and gentlemen. We have a new leader. Lap 11 of 25. We'll go back and have a look at how Colby Cohen made the move for the lead for the ProCar GT Championship. So Colby Cohen comes out and gets a good run there on Garth Duffy down the straight up in the Seaside Way. So he'll make the move on the inside through turn 8 Firestone. And that's how you get it done, ladies and gentlemen, around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. Colby Cohen, now your leader. So Anthony Holm had a little bit of an incident while we're on board with that replay, ladies and gentlemen. We'll go back and show you what happened as he makes his way down into turn 2. And the same thing, under brakes, a little too hard under brakes. He's lost the fronts and it just did not turn. So Anthony Holm has the same thing happen to him that Steven Skukovic happened. Looks like that was the second time, actually, Anthony Holm tonight. Not quite sure, but this is the battle, ladies and gentlemen. Adam Proctor, Martin Hallinan right in front of him, and Jamie Craig still trying to get that move done on Adam Proctor. He can't quite get that done. This is allowing Brett Smith to range right up onto the back of Jamie Craig. Tell you what, Jamie Craig up 18 positions, Brett Smith 13 positions, but have a look who's up into 9th, ladies and gentlemen. Your championship leader up 17 spots. You can see him in the background there ranging up on this battle. The 196 of Jordan Mulak. He's probably a little bit too far back to have a say in this one, but we'll see how that plays out. If this little battle here let's get a little bit more saucy, as it looks like it will, up through the double right-hander, turns 4 and 5. This is going to allow Jordan Mulak to range up onto the back of this battle, so they make their way down into Tectate turn once again. Adam Proctor right up there trying to make the move on Martin Hallinan at his first available opportunity. Back markers are going to play a part into this one. He's just backed off onto the inside there, so good job by the back marker to get out of the road of this battle. So Jamie Craig looking very racy as we come down the Seaside Way once again. He's just going to put it on the outside. He's going to try keep it on the outside here, see whether he can make his move into turn 9. No, he can't. So their line of stern here into the final corner once again. A little bit of a lock up there by Martin Hallinan. And that's a lot of wheel spin there too by Adam Proctor out of the final turn. That's helped Martin Hallinan get a little bit of a gap. Jamie Craig's going to want to get the run down the main straight once again, but we're through the Bridgestone turn into turn 1. Ladies and gentlemen, everyone tuning into Sim Esports Network across our Facebook or YouTube channels. We're only a couple of laps to go here for race 3, round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship. Let us know who you think's going to get this one. Colby Cohen's 1.3 seconds down the road on Garth Duffy. We're on board now with the 72nd and 77 of Nico Filippetto. He's got the number 1 of Steven Skukovic all over the back of him. This is for the 12th and 13th position, ladies and gentlemen. So Nico Filippetto has Steven Skukovic over the back of him. Does Steven have anything for Nico Filippetto as they make their way through lap traffic down through into Tectate turn once again? Nico Filippetto still getting the better of Stephen Skukovic in this little battle. So we're lap 13 into 15 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. Jordan Mulak, he's ranged up onto the back of Brett Smith. He's coming. So he's made the move there on Adam Proctor up into the 8th position. So Jordan Mulak has ranged up onto the back of Brett Smith. He's the next one to tick off his to-do list here for race 3 of round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. So he'll be extending his lead in the championship with all going well. So Jordan Mulak, he got 2nd place for race 1 and race 2 for those who weren't tuning in to race 2 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship right here on the Intersim Esports Network. So Jordan Mulak coming off 2 second places. He's currently in 8th place. But here we go. Here's the story of race 3, ladies and gentlemen. Colby Cohen, clean set of heels at the front. He's in the prime position to get his first win of this season for the ProCar GTE Championship here on the Intersim Esports Network. He's gapped Garth Duffy by 2.4 seconds. Ricky Provençale's a further 9.5 seconds. Now gone out to 12 seconds really quickly. 9 seconds. Back to Ricky Provençale in 3rd place. So he goes across the strike for the second to last time here in the ProCar GTE Championship around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. But this is the battle. It is heating up. Jamie Craig's made the move on Martin Hallinan. Brett Smith's there. He's got Jordan Mulak all over the back of him as they make their way down the main straight through the Bridgestone curve. They'll come down into Toyota once again. Will Jordan Mulak make the move? There's a lap car in the road, so he's not going to be able to make that move. And he gets the rears really locked. He's gone late on the brakes, and he's had his first contact in a long time. Jordan Mulak into the side of Brett Smith. It looks like Jordan Mulak was following his braking zone, and Brett Smith you saw get really late under brakes. But let's go back to the leader of this motor race, Paul, as we're on the final lap of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship Race 3. So it is Jordan Mulak. He makes his way down Seaside Way for the last time into fire. Colby Cohen down for the last time into Firestone, into Indy left. One more turn to negotiate, and we're going to see yet another winner here for the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship, and it is the 25 of Colby Cohen, your first time winner here for the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. So we've seen all new winners here tonight here on the Intersim Esports Network. Garth Duffy with a great drive holding on for P2. Is it going to be Ricky Provençale for P3? Looks like it will. Ricky Provençale, P3. Bradley Carr will come home in P4. The battle behind's one to look out for. Jamie Craig gets the better of that over Martin Hallinan. Brett Smith and Jordan Mulak. Adam Proctor holds on for 9th. And it looks like Anthony Holm will hold on for your 10th position for race 3. But I tell you what, Paul, we came into this reverse grid race. We were looking forward to some fireworks, and I tell you what, the boys definitely didn't disappoint us here on the Intersim Esports Network as we see the rest of these battles come across and finish their race.
Yeah, it was definitely a hard feat, as I said, to come from the back to front on that grid, and Jordan doing a fantastic drive there, up 18 spots to finish in 8th, so no easy task for him, but he had a good run there.
Yeah, he definitely did, but I have to say, driver of the race has to go to the 39 of Jamie Craig. Not to take anything away from Jordan Mulak, up 18 spots into 8th, but Jamie Craig in the 39, up 20 spots to bring his car home in the 5th position. It's a great drive there by Jamie Craig, but it's all about the 25 of Colby Cohen. First time winner here in the ProCar GTE Championship, of course, brought to you by Blendline TV here on the Intersim Esports Network. Garth Duffy in 2nd and Ricky Provençale in 3rd. But Paul, I know there's been a lot going on, but let's bring up the provisional championship standings after round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship, if they are available. So there is your winner, though, before we go to the... we can't bring you the championship results. My apologies, ladies and gentlemen. We'll bring them to you next week. But your winner of race 3 was Colby Cohen, followed by Garth Duffy, Ricky Provenzale. Rounding out your three, we'll have a chat with them very shortly, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere here on the Indersim Esports Network. You'll hear from your top three place getters, Colby Cohen, Garth Duffy and Ricky Provenzale. Bradley Carr and Jamie Craig will round out your five. Martin Hallen and Brett Smith, Jordan Mulak, Adam Proctor and Anthony Holm will round out your 10 for race 3. Wayne Visser, Nico Filippetto, Stephen Skukovic, Dan Green and Russ Green. It was a green 14 and 15. Trav Mason, Tim Weston and Andrew Smith went a lap down in that one. Not the race he would have wanted, our race 1 and 2 winner, but he'll come home in the 18th position. 19th will be Dion Jarvis with Michael Budge. After seeing him upside down early in this one, will come home in 20th. Dave Oliver, John Hovey, Brian Bullock, Ashley Kersey and Lindsay Kearns will be your 25th position. Adrian Gretsch in 26, and Tafin Oz-Turkman will round out your 27 par field here for race 3. But Paul, looking forward to getting the drivers down here into the broadcast booth. Long Beach Grand Prix circuit didn't disappoint us tonight here on the Indersim Esports Network. We thought race 1 and 2 were absolutely frantic races, but race 3, the reverse grid, brought everything to the viewers here on the Indersim Esports Network.
Definitely just working on bringing everyone to the booth here for you, Hayden.
That's all right. That's all right, mate. No worries at all. I know we currently have Colby and Garth in the booth at the moment. We're just trying to find Mr. Ricky Provenzale. I can't quite find him. Can't quite find him in Discord at the moment. So we'll just give him another minute or so before we bring him into the booth, if that is available for you, ladies and gentlemen, here on the Indersim Esports Network. Well, we just give that a little bit of a minute and we go to Colby and Garth to have a chat to them after their race wins and second place for race 3, the reverse grid of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. Of course, a final big shout out to the big sponsors of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. Of course, Blendline TV. They are the major sponsor of the series. Go on to their Facebook page, give them a like, give them a follow for all your grassroots motorsport action. Go and follow them. It will have everything for everyone's taste. Of course, affordable web solutions, Viking Media and South Gundagai Automotive. Thank you so much to those guys for bringing you the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. But Paul, it doesn't look like we've got Ricky Provenzale available at the moment. If he does make himself available, we will bring him down. But without further ado, let's go and chat to your second place getter for the reverse grid tonight. Garth Duffy, mate, starting off second place, a good place to be around the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. You had the lead for about the half of that race, but Colby got the better of you. Congratulations for your P2, first time up in the box too, mate.
Yeah, thanks very much, guys. Yeah, it was... I was looking forward to starting at the front of the grid for a first time in a while, and I was able to get a good start and get ahead of Ricky, but I managed to get a bit of a gap, but unfortunately Colby just had too much space for me and was able to hunt me down and get me, so it was a good win for him, but I'm pretty happy with second place after a bit of a stretch of not so good results.
Yeah, mate, it's been a bit of a tough championship so far for you. Mind you, though, there were a couple of hard hitters tonight that found themselves the victim of the concrete jungle, which is the Long Beach Grand Prix circuit, mate. So you'd be happy, like you just said, you did get the second here in the feature race, but some nice solid points there. But like I said, some hard hitters had a little bit of an unfortunate night. We did see Michael Budge on his lid there in race 3 early in that one. Dave Oliver, sorry.
Yeah, well, and that's I mean, hopefully that enables me to catch up a little bit in the championship. But yeah, like I said, it's just good to get a good result for a change. Hopefully I can continue in next week.
Paul, over to you, mate, quickly.
Well, you're currently sitting in P15 after the first 3 rounds there, and it's quite close in points there. You got Adam Proctor only 1 point in front of you. Demetrius Agathos, who didn't run tonight, only 3 points in front of you. And Dion Jarvis 1 point behind you, so it's pretty close there in the championship. So definitely a nice solid P2 there will help you with that championship.
Yeah, well, that'll be good. That'll be good. Hopefully, just as I said, gain a couple of positions tonight and then build on that next week. Continue building on that and getting better results.
And how do you think you'll go next week?
Hopefully better. Hopefully I got all the bad luck out of my system, and even in the earlier races and in race 2 of today at Long Beach, hopefully got a bit of the bad luck out of the way, and yeah, I'm hoping to get a bit more speed back out of the car again.
Well, there we go, ladies and gentlemen. That is your second place getter for race 3, the reverse grid of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship, round 4 from Long Beach Grand Prix circuit. Garth Duffy, mate, thank you so much. Of course, you've got to have a big shout out to those sponsors and everyone involved.
Yeah, definitely got to give a big shout out to Training Ahead Australia and Track Protection Australia. So they've supported me and contributed to my racing for the last 18 months, my iRacing. So yeah, big shout out to them.
No worries, mate. Well said. Like I said, ladies and gentlemen, your second place getter for what was tonight's round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. But that brings us to the 25 of Colby Cohen. I hope I'm pronouncing that right. I've had someone PM me during the week, the last 2 weeks, giving me a little bit of tips how to pronounce that, and I think I've got it wrong every single time, so I apologise for that, and I'm sure you'll let me know whether I got that right or wrong, mate. But Colby, mate, first time in the booth, and what a better way to do it with a P1.
Yeah, Colby Cow, mate. Not that it matters. I've been called plenty worse things even today, so I'm not too bothered. But yeah, P1, good way to end the night. Didn't start too well in that first race, had a bit of a coming together, and then at the second corner of the first race, sent me to the rear more or less, and then that kind of set the tone for the next 2 races. So, yeah, good way to finish.
Yeah, it definitely was, mate. You're up 9 spots. You started out of the 10th position. You got through that little bit of a melee there at turn 1 and off the restart behind the safety car. I believe you restarted in 3rd position. Did you go into that restart thinking that you had the pace on the likes of Garth and Ricky or the like, and thought you were going to be able to contend for the win?
I wasn't too worried about anyone behind. It was just I knew Garth was pretty quick, so I kind of thought, oh, we'll just get into it and see how we end up. And I kind of had to count on him making a little bit of a mistake, which he did, and allowed me to get alongside him. So yeah, a little bit of luck, but yeah, it was good.
Excellent, mate. Well, congratulations on your P1. Of course, Paul, across to you, mate.
Yeah, I think it was it the second race? I think you ended up backwards there, or something at one point, possibly. Not too sure.
Yeah, I was facing backwards a couple of times. Yeah, once you kind of, like I said, that first race kind of set the tone. Going all the way to the back, it's pretty easy to get caught up in incidents. So yeah, there's a couple of times I either got turned or I cooked it myself. But yeah, it was a real flash. So that's why, yeah, obviously good to finish that race 3.
How'd you find starting the race with the start? A couple of tight corners there, especially that little fountain roundabout there. How'd you find navigating through there off the start?
Not good at all. I think obviously, as is usual with any race, everyone's trying to make up all the spots at the start, and yeah, it gets a little bit desperate. But I don't know. I guess it's the nature of the track. So yeah, is what it is, I guess.
Well, great drive nonetheless, Colby. Absolutely great drive for a P1. Hopefully this is a start of things to come for you here on the ProCar GTE Championship, and not the last time we get to speak to you up here in the booth on the Intersim Esports Network, mate. But congratulations once again on your P1. Of course, a massive shout out to those sponsors and everyone involved.
Yeah, big thanks to you guys at Intersim, Car Mods Australia for sponsoring, and obviously all the ProCar boys, AWS, Dophoto, Viking Media, and all those guys for getting it going. It's good fun on a Tuesday night. Cheers.
No worries at all, mate. Our absolute pleasure to bring you all the action here on the Intersim Esports Network. And I hope you enjoy watching it back and seeing yourself go around. But there you go, ladies and gentlemen, your first and second place getters for race 3, round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GTE Championship. First place was Colby Cowan. Got it right that time, Colby. And second place, Garth Duffy. Unfortunately, Ricky Provenzale wasn't available to be able to talk to us up here in the booth, but Ricky Provenzale with a great job to get P3. So, Paul, mate, what a great night tonight. We'll start wrapping up the broadcast, but just a little bit of an overview on how you saw tonight.
Well, I expected it to go as expected there. A few little track obstacles, I guess you could say, with cars blocking the track there and some of those tight corners. And I was surprised. A couple of guys, Andrew Smith, quite fast tonight, taking it to Jordan Mulak, and obviously Jordan not able to quite get through the field there on that reverse grid once again, as we've seen in the round 2 reverse grid. It sort of just showed if you're at the front of the grid, then you had a pretty good start and a clear start, and you could sort of run away with the race.
Yeah, most definitely. It brought all the action. The Concrete Canyon definitely did bring on the action. So, Paul, once again, from myself, as always, mate, thank you for those cameras and joining me in the broadcast booth. But ladies and gentlemen, as we round up round 4 of the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship from Long Beach Grand Prix circuit, all is not done here on the Indosim Esports Network. We go live again. You can join us this Friday from approximately 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time or 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Daylight Time. We'll be bringing you all the action of the simrigs.com Full Throttle Sim Racing's League series in the NASCAR Next Gens from Kansas Motor Speedway for 134 laps. So join us here on Friday night from approximately 7:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Then we will head across to the Australasian Supercar E-Series this Sunday. We head to the Charlotte Motor Speedway for what is round 1 of Season 2 of the Australasian Supercar E-Series, brought to you by Ray White Rural Gander. 134 laps around Charlotte Motor Speedway. We'll have all the action live here on the Indosim Esports Network from approximately 7:15 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. And then we're back here for the Blendline TV ProCar GT Championship for what will be round 5 from the Suzuka circuit. So we head over to Asia. So we've gone from Europe, i.e. the United Kingdom, across to the United States, and we go across to Asia to Suzuka for round number 5. So we'll be bringing all the action to you here on the Indosim Esports Network from approximately 6:30 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time. Be sure to join us then. But from myself, Paul, and everyone at the Indosim Esports Network, thank you for tuning in, and we wish you a good night.